Okay, we are all over this story for you. Breaking this morning, Dutch authorities say a flight attendant who was in touch with a woman who died from hantavirus in South Africa has been admitted to a hospital after showing symptoms. There are also new reports that some of the Americans who were on board that ship plagued by an outbreak for
So from what it looks like, I guess we're doomed again. If you thought the last pandemic, COVID, was condemning, think again. This has a 35% death rate. We might just have to be in plague doctor suits this summer. I mean, it's getting bad. Okay, all seriousness, do I think this is going to be as bad as COVID? No. But the way it attacks the body is just very peculiar. And you'll know what I'm saying in a minute. From what I've heard, this virus becomes so tricky because it has an incubation period which takes 1 week to 2 months to show actual symptoms. The problem is, like, you just sit in your crib, you think you have a fever, you're sitting on there playing 2K, you know, eating chips, just chilling, think you just have a fever, taking some time off from school, and then bam, you just get hit with a fucking virus that shuts your organs down. Honestly, the best thing about it is the overall risk right now is pretty low, so it's not really cautious or anything crazy right now. The virus is tracked to the respiratory system. It's like a respiratory virus, so basically it would be transported through maybe sipping someone's drink that you took, or also just breathing out, sneezing, or coughing, you know what I'm saying? But allegedly some reports came out that some people that undocked the boat can't be found, so that's a problem. Honestly, I would do anything to not have that virus. Last thing I want to be is an outlast patient getting tested on. If you haven't heard, this disease is mostly spread by rat or rat feces, I'm pretty sure. Correct me in the comment section if that's not true, but that's mainly the point. I mean, it's always rats, bro. It's always rats spreading the diseases. Like, let Ratatouille out the kitchen. But I guess possibly we're running back that bubonic plague business. I mean, it is what it is. Shit low-key hard though. They fits be hard, I can't lie. But they in all black protocol like opium. You already know it's straight around here. Just like the
Dark Lord, aka Baby Money, aka the Look Killer, aka the Top 4 Boss, aka Destroy Lonely,
has approved of the plague doctors. Anyways, I think most creators are overhyping this disease, thinking it's going to be the next COVID. They've done this with other diseases that's washed by in over a week that haven't affected us at all and sent us into another pandemic. People are low-key pandemic farming now, and that's kind of a thing that's been coming up, I can't lie. I mean, I get the pandemic was pretty much the good old days, you know, we had Zoom meetings, we had Zoom bombing videos, we had all these other things, gaming and many other things to think of. Me personally, I was just a chud that sat down and watched Naruto and ate Vienna sausages all day. I was not special during the thing. And then I'd be rocking straight polyester low tier dog type fits, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, this new hantavirus had me thinking about the good old days, and when I mean good old days, I mean quarantine. We had Grubhub coming up, we had 2K20, we had Warzone, we had chilling with your family and friends and staying up on the call till 4 a.m. Hey, and me personally, I had Rec Room. I personally remember playing the Rec Room game Backrooms till about 4 a.m. with my friends, and I think that was around Backrooms is coming forward, maybe about 2021, 2022. I kind of forgot, it got lost in my memory, but low-key, that was the time. We also had pretty much prime Fortnite, by the way, unless you lean more into chapter 1, but also we had chapter 2 season 2, chapter 2 season 3, chapter 2 season 4, and chapter 2 season 5, which were all straight bangers. I was playing that non-stop when I wasn't watching Naruto and being a straight chud. And speaking of chud, we had the resurgence or surgence of a new app called Among Us. I don't need to explain the rules about Among Us. We sure already know. I mean, we're all informed of this. We had that deep voice dude that didn't show his face corpse husband before his face got leaked someday. I forgot when it was, but yeah, he blew off of Among Us basically. But anyways, with Among Us, we also had a Rec Room. Rec Room was very big for me. I played a lot of Backrooms and many things, which it's actually finally shutting down, which is actually kind of sad because that was a big part of my childhood. But we all love Rec Room, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. As much as we love our old quarantine games, we have to go back to the hantavirus. The hantavirus was not really in the public eye until this man showed up, and I'll show you this man right now.
What's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story.
No.
We're not just headlines.
No.
We're people.
No.
People definitely wouldn't be talking about it as much if it wasn't for this video. It would have just been passing through TikTok like every other disease that passes through TikTok. Honestly, after everything that's happened after COVID, we all have like war type PSD when it comes to this. Like every time a disease gets mentioned, people start freaking out and thinking it's going to be another global pandemic. When it comes to hearing a new pandemic, people start jumping to the conclusions like they're going to have to go through another Among Us experience or one of those corny TikToks back in 2021. Like the part when he said, oh, we have family, people, and friends that we care about. Like, son, we all have people that we care about in our lives. Like, you're not the only one. And the fact that scientists are just writing it off as, oh, this is not gonna happen, it's really low for this to become a pandemic. You better make sure this shit is low, because there's a 40% death rate. If that shit spreads, we're cooked. The thing with COVID is it wasn't that bad, because as long as you weren't a crazy old jit and you were just a little youngin', you would be completely fine. You would be able to tank that shit. Speaking of tanking, how about you tank this sponsor of this video? Just kidding, Utah. We don't get no sponsors around here, bro. I just want to plug my channel and say, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Back to the video, this would have been a whole mass extinction if it actually went through. 40% death rate, 40% of humanity. We're fried. It's already bad enough trying to get play nowadays. Imagine my odds getting cut down by 40. The problem is we might not even get a serious lockdown. The president last time kind of disregarded it for a while, but when people start dropping like flies, like 1,000 people start dropping 2,000, it's about to be crazy. Honestly, I think the Republicans are going to start be dropping like flies if a vaccine ever comes out, because you already know they're going to not take that shit. They're gonna be like, oh, it's a scam. They're gonna brainwash our minds with a chip in our head and make us do this and that. My guy, you're dead. But some of the worst parts of the pandemic is recovering from it. When I was in the pandemic, when I got done and it was all over, I was still chopping my mask on. I was still scared to talk to people. It took me a while to adjust back to it. And I never really was a very social person, so it just cranked my attributes down to a mere bronze. Had me like a brown shirt like Davo. And honestly, everyone's going to be cheating on their homework if we go virtual again. Like, it's back then there were some restrictions and it was pretty hard to do it. I had to smear my camera with stuff to do it. But with the rise of AI, cheating has gotten a lot easier nowadays and a lot harder for teachers to spot. If you're smart enough with using your AI, you can easily get past the mainframe. Honestly, the best thing about these times were the Zoom bombs. We all watched Zoom bomb videos back in the day. That was the funniest thing ever. Nobody had regard for human life. They would join any server they could find with the code and just instantly bomb that shit like it's Hiroshima. Honestly, the hantavirus is kind of crazy, and I don't think it will pick up like people say it will, but honestly, I'm in for the ride. I mean, the pandemic had a lot of crazy things happen, really good music like Eternal Take by Uzi, but obviously, rest in peace to everyone that has officially passed away during COVID and during the hantavirus. Honestly, I just hope we don't get another bubonic plague that wipes us all out and absolutely sus, bro. It will also be pretty bad for education because a lot of kids have already dealt with the coronavirus and all of that stuff, and has led them to stop, you know, paying attention in school and start using more AI and stop learning. If I'm not mistaken, their reading level has dropped by 30% with Gen Alpha and is leading to be one of the worst generations we've seen in a while. So just imagine what another pandemic would do to them. Honestly, I've seen enough iPad kids that I've seen in my lifetime that have not retained a single sort of information or knowledge from school. They look like their brains are empty, smooth-brained, like Patrick Stahl. All jokes aside, I hope everyone will be safe and will be fine with this coming evaluation of it, quote unquote. And this is pretty much where I'm going to start to wrap up this video. It has been an absolute banger to make, even though it's about a virus, but I know the last video went absolutely insane. You guys went absolutely crazy for it. I think right now it's at 2.5K views, which is easily higher than my last one that went crazy, and over what, 170 likes. You guys went insane. But again, I also want to apologize. I haven't been putting out videos that much, and this video that I lastly made that went crazy gave me absolute motivation to keep on going and to keep on grinding through this. I've been trying to make time to make videos, but honestly, football has taken up a whole lot of space, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna keep on grinding and I'm gonna keep on getting this done. Also trying to hit the 10-minute mark, so bear with me here. Whoa, just kidding. Anyways, I gotta say my dudes, I love y'all, and until the next time, I will see you guys. Peace out, ya boys.
Very sticky juice. No one fucks with juice. They almost as bad as them dykes. Yeah, nigga hit the bit right. And Frank my op. That little hope, worse than the cops.